GB News are mad at a comedy programme telling jokes. You really couldn't make it up, so let's get straight into the video.
Well, this will make you laugh. The holier-than-thou BBC comedy show Have I Got News For You have had to delete an ill-judged joke about the Daily Telegraph journalist Allison Pearson, who was visited by police and faced possible arrest for a social media post that she sent a year ago. Now, those numpties at Essex Police, who suddenly realised that they ought to spend their resources tackling burglaries, car crime, muggings and sexual assault, have dropped the case altogether. But the BBC won't let it go. Here is the since-deleted Have I Got News For You gag. On social media, they posted, Essex Police drops Allison Pearson investigation on the grounds that, and I quote, we were honestly just sick of talking to her. Sick of talking to her. Bloody women, eh?
See, context is very important here. We're talking about a comedy programme that does comedy telling jokes. This is obviously ironic, but right-wing comedy has ruined irony and ruined comedy. There's a reason why most comedians are left-wing, because there's irony there. But they can't understand that. They just think, oh, we just hate women, so when we say it, it's jokes. No, it's a comedy show. They're allowed to tell jokes.
It reminds me of the BBC Doctor Who star David Tennant, who said that he hoped that the new Tory leader Kemi Badenoch would shut up and didn't exist.
He's taken that a little bit out of context. Yeah, he said to shut up, but he said he doesn't want people like her to exist, i.e. transphobes. People who say that transphobia is somehow this kind of degeneracy, that it's not real and trans people should not have rights. That's fair game. David Tennant is allowed to say that.
How ironic from the progressive left, who dominate BBC shows like Doctor Who and Have I Got News For You, who call everything hate speech, except when it comes from their own mouths.
That's a straw man, isn't it? No, we only call hate speech when it's hate speech. We're talking about a joke here on a comedy programme. It's not the same.
Of course, Allison Pearson's great crime is not an historic social media post. That's not the story. It's her politics, which are unacceptable to this smug, sneering, state-funded TV woke fest.
Yeah, a comedy programme is allowed to mock someone's politics. Politics is fair game. You're allowed to mock that. We're not talking about race, gender, sexuality. Someone's political position can be mocked on a comedy programme.
Of course, it's not unusual for this leftist, taxpayer-funded echo chamber to belittle women who dare to have conservative views.
It's not belittling. Criticism is fair game. They do it all the time in this programme. Why can't we criticise women's political positions when they're dumb? Oh, yes, we can do that.
Here is one of the show's stars, Ian Hislop, a few weeks ago, yelling at a former Tory minister, Dame Andrea Jenkins, who jokingly suggested that the studio audience was politically...
Oh, it's a joke when they do it. Oh, it jokingly suggesting the audience had a left-wing bias. Oh, it's okay then for them to make jokes, but not people on the left. Yeah, we know that's the case.
Biased.
You can't just say you've selected the audience. You've got no evidence for that, no proof. It's just this isn't GB News.
Oh my God, he swore in a comedy programme. Wow.
Fantastic. Swearing at a woman and then the obligatory...
No, you can't swear at women. It's illegal.
Reference to GB News. After all, they're obsessed with us. Well, keep it coming, and thank you for the advert. Has it come to this, that satirists, who are there to poke fun at the establishment and to challenge authoritarianism...
She is part of the establishment. She's a Telegraph journalist. She is the establishment.
...should side with knuckle-headed cops abusing their power against a journalist? This, after all...
They investigated a claim... like they have to, and they drop the claim. It's really that simple.
Is the same journalist in Allison Pearson who has used her platform to call out the madness of trans ideology, which has seen the...
she's so brave, calling out the madness of people having freedom to identify how they like. So tell me below in the comments, should a comedy programme be able to tell jokes and do comedy? I think that's a controversial statement, but let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.